Hello everybody, welcome back. Ben here, and this is episode 2, I guess, or whatever, it doesn't matter, of swing state analysis. And today we're going to be talking about my original home state of Georgia, which I'll go ahead and highlight it just to let you know. Has 16 electoral votes and has been a pretty solid Republican state for a long time. And also we were within 1,000 days of the 2020 elections. And if we go to a county by county map, we realize that outside of this belt here and the Atlanta metro area, it's a pretty red state, deeply, deeply red. And yeah. If we go ahead and look at the counties, we can also see that Cobb County, Gwinnett County, Newton County, and Henry County all were extremely close. Which means those are prime grounds for Trump to improve in 2020, and I think most Republicans would probably win these counties under normal circumstances. And then, of course, you got some of these counties down here that are as part of what some people might refer to as the Black Belt. And, of course, you've got these urban counties. Now, that's South Carolina, by the way. But, you know, Burke County, Washington County, Baldwin County, Sumter, Terrell. And if you look at these, Trump can improve his margins in these counties that he's just narrowly won, as well as improve in Fayette County, Meriwether, and a few of these other counties, Bullock, Jenkins. But if we look across the state, really the only place that moved more Democrat was the Atlanta metro area and the college town of Athens. And, of course, Macon, Savannah to a tiny degree. But the rest of the state moved very much to the right for him. In some areas, a ton. But that's it. And if we look at the pre-election polling, we notice that Trump led basically the entire way, even though there were a few points where it did get very close, close enough to call a toss-up, and in a two-way race there seems to be one point where it was actually tied. But there we go. And if you look at the aggregate, most of them had Trump leading by various amounts. This one is the closest, but I don't think anybody really paid too much attention to that. So, how do I rate Georgia as a swing state? Well, I rate it as likely GOP simply because it's more conservative in North Carolina, which we're going to talk about next week when I cover that state. But I also rate it that way because it doesn't have a lot of swing voters in it. It just has very high, large bases for each party. So there's a large Democrat base, but there's also a very large Republican base. And whereas North Carolina, they're basically equal. In Georgia, the GOP has a slight, not a significant advantage, but also not a slight advantage. They have an advantage that's noticeable. Let's put it that way, a noticeable advantage. It's not large, but it's not small. So Democrats have to be winning the nation by a large amount in order to win the state. Remember when Obama won the nation by 7%, and Georgia still voted for McCain? Exactly. That is why I still rate Georgia as likely Republican. Though that could very well change, especially depending on how the stock market does going forward and how the economy is perceived as doing going forward. The recent stock market crash, that's just the market correcting. The fundamentals are still very good for the economy. It's just the market was outpacing the economy. And fears that the Fed was going to increase interest rates due to noticeable inflation. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day, and I'll see you on Saturday for my ranking of the 10 best presidents. Bye.